아무래도 이제 2002년 월드컵. 사실 이 얘기는 우리 대한민국 사람들에게는 마르지 않는 셈이에요.
계속
심지어 그 당시에 태어난 2002년생이신 분들에게도 월드컵 봤어. 예, 뭐 이 얘기를 할 정도니까. 뭐 여러 가지 기억들이 좀 있으시겠지만 감독님에게 가장 인상 깊었던 2002년의 장면 어떤 게 좀 있으신지.
Yes, when I'm asked about the success of the World Cup in 2002, many people think that the games against Portugal,
그렇죠.
Italy, Spain were the highlights. Yes, but for me, the most important game was the first game against Poland. If you lose in the World Cup, the first game, so we won this first game against Poland with the goal of the current interim national team manager, Wan Sanong. He made a beautiful goal with the center of Leo Young. I have this still in my mind. And that's the most important win in the first game in the World Cup. Then you are almost secured for the second round. And not those games against Portugal, Italy, and Spain. As a coach, for me, was that the most important game.
자, 한국과 폴란드 역사적인 순간입니다.
수비수 뒤쪽의 공간이에요.
자, 모서리입니다. 공격적으로 찬스 슛!
선수가 기가 막히게 왼발로 배열고 보는 것.
Leo Young gave a beautiful center. And Juan Sarang, bomb, he scored the first goal. I have the image still in my head. Beautiful center.
한국 월드컵 대표팀 이제 1승이 눈앞에 왔습니다. 좋습니다. 오른발 슛!
이상천! 첫 1승에 대한 가능성이 높아졌어요.
벼락 같은 슛으로
And Sancho, deceased. That's making very sad. But Sancho made the second goal. So we made a win in the first game, which almost is a big step to qualify for next round. So that was for me the most important game.
뺏어냈습니다.
경기 끝났어요.
경기를 마무리졌습니다. 드디어 1승을 보태고 새로운 역사를 기록했습니다.
월드컵 72년사의 한국 축구는 48년 만에 저는 눈물이 나요.
네.
That's nice. Very nice, this. You look into the world, my friend, as you did before. Grateful to have worked with you. I enjoyed. You're a brave man. Thank you.
그때 저는 이제 21살이었고
네.
형은 31살.
맞아요. 지금 제가 50대가 됐습니다.
예.
감독님 제가 50대가 됐어요, 지금.
I don't believe it. No. No. I see now what is curious and also beautiful here now in Korea. When I'm coming back almost every year, then I meet little kids, 10, 12, 15 years. They say, hey, hello. And I said, but you were not even born at that moment. How do you know? So people here, that's nice. They tell their parents, they tell their kids what has happened and what was the influence of this World Cup in Korean society. So that's remarkable that kids know now, even 10-year-old kids, they know what happened then. So that's nice to hear.
그러니까요. 아니 우리 얍 감독님께도 한번 여쭤보고 싶은 게 네덜란드에서도 이런 소식들을 다 좀 알고 계셨나요?
Oh yes, absolutely. We were extremely proud of him, what he did with Korea. And we were a little bit surprised that he won the first game, then he won the second game, and then everybody was not talking about the Netherlands anymore, but we were talking about him and Korea, and we would go to watch together as friends to his games.
In between Poland and Portugal, we had USA. And if you lose that game, then the third game against Portugal, you must win. But now, USA, we were 1-0 down. against USA, Anjawan, he made a very important goal, a header against USA, which was very important.
왼발로 찍어 올렸고요. 헤딩!
So this goal against USA from Anjawan was very important. Then we come to the Portugal game, and indeed, when Park Ji-sung scored the decisive goal,
조금 올려주죠. 뒤쪽에 박지성 가슴으로 치고
걸렸어요.
들어갑니다. 박지성!
then we were qualified, I think, during the game already. Then he came running, he came running to me, to us, and that celebration was very emotional. Not just Park Ji-sung and me, but also with the whole team came. But he was very fast to jump into me. It was nice to see. Nice.
박지성!
골이에요.
박지성!
자, 디디크 감독 반하죠.
멋진 박지성!
축구 인생에서 한 장면을 꼽는다면 포르투갈전을 골 넣었을 때를 꼽을 것 같아요. 히딩크 감독이라는 나를 잘 알고 있는 선수로서의 나의 가치를 잘 알고 있는 감독이 계셨다는 거, 더군다나 그 월드컵에서 골을 넣었다라는 생각을 하면 어렸을 때부터 가장 꿈꿔왔던 순간이었기 때문에 한 가지만 내 머릿속에 남겨둔다면 그 장면을 남겨둬야 될 것 같아요.
I have all the image of all the goals, also from the decisive goals against Italy. The center from Lee Young-pyo to Anjuan, when he scored the golden goal. I have many images still in my video head, you know? I can push a button and then, oh yeah, image is coming. Yeah, image is coming. Yeah. Also the penalties, I know also the penalties of Myongbo, the fifth penalty against Spain. I know when I see, bam, so in the corner. It's nice.
경기는 끝납니다.
한국이 4강에 진출했습니다.
4강 한국 축구
기적 같습니다.
월드컵에 4강국이 올라갔어요.
Yeah, it makes me more proud even now. I was a little bit part of it.
And we were extremely disappointed that he just did not get the finals. But we were all, Holland was all cheering for him and for Korea. I still remember. He's maybe more famous for being here than that he was with the Netherlands team even.
And the broadcaster was very happy with our performance here because Dutch team did not qualify at that moment.
Because he was here. We needed him in Holland.
No, I was happy here.
I know.
It happened when we landed at the airport. The staff of the plane, they went crazy. Everybody came to say hello to him, and then it was like the Messiah came to earth. And everybody was stopping and wanted to take a picture, and it was amazing. Still now.
본인 스스로에게도 엄청나게 혹독하시다 그래요.
Yes. Because
맞습니까?
if you walk on stage, you want something from your players and you don't live it yourself, they know it. Because if I don't show them how I do it myself, they will not do it also.
예.
You cannot ask something what you are not doing yourself.
아니 근데 진짜 얍 감독님이 지금 얘기하셨지만 히디 감독님은 어떻습니까? 얍 감독님은 나에게 혹독하다고 했거든요.
Yeah, it's the same. When I was at the World Cup, I was in a very good shape. I prepared myself very good mentally, physically. But it's true, because I've been a professional player for 15 years. And so I have experienced a lot of managers who were leading. And you feel in a manager if he has this honest and authentic message to you. Shaky, a little bit shaky. As a player, you grab this coach.
맞아.
But when he is bringing you sometimes not the nice, but the honest message, then you respect him. And that's important for a leader, I think. Sometimes you have to place yourself in the orchestra or in the team, I think, hey, how is the coach doing? Oh, he's committed, he's honest, he's direct, and that's the most important thing. And you don't play it on the personal. I have nothing against the person as a person, but as a player, sometimes you can criticize and say, hey, there you can do better. Nothing to do with the person. But that's when players feel that, then they go for it. Then they go 100% and more.
For me also, no personal preferences. But we go for what we want to hear. Or he goes for what he wants to see on the field. You cannot have a personal relationship with some people. If you have a personal relationship, the next day you need to correct them. And that will be hard. So you need to have some distance, and at the same time, you need to be a father for them. So it is embrace and keep distance. Very important.
우리 서울시향 이제 그 음악 감독님으로 이렇게 또 취임을 하셨는데 한번 우리 얍 감독님께 한번 목표를 한번 여쭤보겠습니다.
Well, my goal is out the best of the players. And I'm sure that this orchestra will be recognized as one of the greatest orchestras. But one thing I think is very important, and that is that we should not be a sort of cultural elite. I want us to be the orchestra of everybody who lives in Korea. We develop a big reach out program. Outside concerts for everybody, handicapped people. Because that is also very important, that people who are usually not able to come to concerts, that they come to the concerts. We have the duty to reach out and be there for everybody. So if there is a big soccer game, I think we, SPO, should go to the stadium and play some music, national anthem, things like that. You know, we are for everybody there.
이제 진짜 이 뭔가 많은 분들이 이 클래식을 즐기고 많은 분들의 어떤 사랑을 받기 위해서 적극적으로 찾아가겠다. 예, 이런 얘기를 또 우리 감독님께서 해주시네요. 우리 그 히딩크 감독님께서도 한번 그 얘기를 한번 여쭤보고 싶은데 대한민국 축구 국가대표 감독님을 또 역임을 하셨으니까 우리 대한민국 축구를 어떻게 보시는지 한번 여쭤봐도 될까요?
These days, yeah, we are, as a Korean, we are in a difficult period now, in a transition. Who will be the new coach, etc., etc. It's not for me to talk about that. It's a decision to made by KFA. But what I like to say, compared to my period here, when I started here, we were just having players who were playing inside Korea. One Anjo One played in 3rd Division Perugia in Italy. He was the only player playing abroad. Nowadays, that's why you can be proud of the development of the last years. Because there are many players now who are playing in big leagues, in big clubs in Europe. So you can be proud. And every now and then you have a little down in performances, but I think you can be proud of development and what many players have achieved, also inside Korea, but also abroad nowadays. Nowadays, there are some players, and Son is one of them, one of the leading men, who are playing in big European leagues. Not just in Tottenham with Son, but also in Paris, but also in Bayern Munich. There are Korean players, not in average teams, in big teams are performing, which means that there has been a development also in Korea. So you can be proud of that. And people are talking about crisis now. Don't use the word crisis too easily, because Korea will always qualify for Asian Championship, for World Cup. Don't talk too fast about crisis. Yeah, if you say the word crisis 10 times, then it's a crisis. But don't talk too much about crisis. Go and see what you can do in the future. Go and see what you can develop. And I think it's very important for Korea. Even if we lose a lot, but the players always stood up and were resilient. there's always, if you got the energy, a good future.